Peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. Come in and hit that like button, the subscribe button, and come in, family. Hold on, let me send this out to Twitter too. We live right now. Let everybody know we live. We're gonna talk about Diddy, the Diddy trial, and uh Hakeem Jeffries. Man, listen, this Diddy trial getting wild. Boy, this thing getting wild. But let's get into it. Hold on, let me share this real quick, and we're gonna start off. Hey yo, somebody tag Blizz, man. Blizz was bringing up Hakeem Jeffries like he was the next new Democrat. You know what I mean? The- oh man, let's get into it. We're gonna get into it. All right, so in the Diddy trial, Hakeem Jeffries get implicated. So according to testimony, Jeffries was a reoccurring guest of honor at covert Communist Party freak-offs themed around extravagant communist nostalgia. Sources familiar with the investigation say the parties began with theatrical and controversial acts, including staged flag burning performances meant to lampoon Cold War hysteria. Bro, that's like some old cultish, that seems like some devil worshiping type stuff. They crazy. And why would you want to like reenact some Cold War stuff? What the hell? That's weird. Again, he's a teller for. I, is it Jeffrey's a teller? Yeah, I think he's a teller. I think his dad is FBA, but I think his mom is Caribbean or something. All right, so it says Diddy claims Jeffrey often insisted on presence of young Hispanic male performers, costumed as flamboyant versions of Fidel Castro, complete with glitter-covered fatigues and choreographed cigar routines. Yeah. What the hell is going on in this Diddy trial? Yo, all these people, and it's funny because it's a lot of people that's about to come out that we're about to find that was involved with this. You feel me? This is crazy. All these dudes is fruit balls too. And hey, man, listen, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. But they be running around acting like, you know what I'm saying, that they straight. I'll be trying to run around acting like yo, and I guarantee you, Cory Booker, Cory Booker's name is gonna come up in this, bro. I guarantee you. This is wild. So again, you got Cassie, right? Oh man, listen, Cassie said that she was down with the freak offs. She emailed Puffy in 2016 saying that saying that she wanted what she would know when the next freak off was going to be. So apparently she was down with everything. So everybody's trying to paint her out as the victim. And none of this seems like it was like some orchestrated sex trafficking. You feel me? And again, they hit him with the Mann Act too, which is a slave act law back from when Jack Johnson was boxing. And I noticed that too. Puffy got hit with the Mann Act. R. Kelly got hit with the Mann Act, and Big U got hit with the Mann Act. Tell me a white person that got hit with the Mann Act. Tell me one white person that got hit with the Mann Act. That is a racist law that they done dug up from the 1800s to start charging us with. Literally look up the Mann Act. It literally says white slave act. Bro, it's from taking white girls from one state to another state. You know what I mean? And doing something with her. Like word. So that's a racist law. How are we even allowing them to even put that as part of the RICO? But again, this just looked like a bunch of freaky people. And again, I'm not saying that you know, well, it's Hakeem Jeffries, because they saying that he was a recurring guest. You feel me? Like were were you setting some of this stuff up? Where you know what I mean? Like what's going on here? Why is he the only one on trial for RICO? RICO is organized crime, so this takes more than one person, and that's why they're saying how why isn't Cassie part of the RICO if she was setting some of this stuff up. See, I think the prosecution, and again, people keep saying, "Oh, they're going to start talking about the RICO stuff later." Why are you should be talking about that now. See, I don't believe you have anything with no RICO. And that's why you started off exactly like this, because you needed a smear campaign. You feel me? You needed a smear campaign. So I know I said this was about ratchet black culture. I just realized, but I just seen this on X. But watch this. Let me go to this ratchet black culture. Now, this is a high school graduate. So I seen this on Facebook. I thought we should talk about this because I feel like they try to turn everything we do into ratchetness, right? And again, that's like some white supremacist stuff. And there was a black dude who posted this. I don't know what his name is. Alan Lynn Wayne, and probably a coon or a tether. You feel what I'm saying? But they try to turn it like these people are graduating from high school. They have gowns on, caps, like nobody's, showing any ass. Nobody's twerking in this video. I'm gonna play it for you. It says high school graduation turns into a ratchet party. Look. They having fun. See, you know what it is? See, you know what it is? This isn't ratchet culture. This is people celebrating graduating from high school. They kids, bro. They underage. Probably got a few in there that's probably 18, but like, yo, for the most part, all these people are underage. They not ratchet. Just because you're dancing, again, this definitely probably in a hood area. Why? Because it's all black school. You could tell this is all black. It ain't a light skin. I don't even think it's a light skinned soul in that crowd, bro. That shit like Bridgeton over there, nigga. Bridgeton was a high school in New Jersey. Yo, everybody in Bridgeton was dark skinned. I don't care who. Yo, everybody was black as hell in Bridgeton, nigga. That's funny. But yeah, look at that. Like, how is that? What is ratchet about that? They try to turn everything we do into some ratchet culture and try to make all of us, again, this is a few people it ain't a few people, it's a lot of people graduate, and then shout out to them for graduating. You feel me? They excited, as they should be, to try to go on to college and do something with their life. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button. And then that book come out in 3 days, May 19th. Make sure y'all go get that on Amazon. Please go grab that. Smash that like button right now. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, we got to watch out for these things. They were just coming out with black fatigue. And see, they try to you're turning everything into some negative black culture. That's why you're trying to, quote unquote, make up this black fatigue stuff. Well, again, one of our sisters made up the word black fatigue, but it was she made up the word black fatigue as far as like, we're tired of racism. Like, we're fatigued from being oppressed. That's what she was calling black fatigue when she wrote the book back in the day. And you can go grab that. But again, they try to use black fatigue as a racist word, but again, you're pushing this ratchetness. You try to push a lot of this videos, and again, you're trying to turn this into ratchetness. Like, you turn anything into ratchetness when really, again, when even go to the statistics. I was listening to Tariq debate the guy from the January 6th insurrections. And I thought he did a good job. He definitely was cutting him up. But yo, when it comes to them statistics, like 70% of the crimes being committed in America are by white men. And they're only 30% of the population in America. You feel what I'm saying? And you're committing 70% of the crimes. Like, dog, you don't want to get into no crime statistics. You get what I'm saying? But they try to, and he was trying to do that about the whole rap, and everybody trying to make it seem like um all of us rap and all of us are, doing what they're doing in the raps. You have 5,000 murders in our community on average, and there's 42 million of us, bro. You're not gonna put us all in that category of ratchetness. No, that's not our culture. Sometimes I don't even think a lot of people can even name something of Black culture outside of hip hop. You feel me? Because when I start asking, like, what part of Black culture do you indulge in? If you're not indulging in the degenerate part of it, what part of Black culture are you indulging in then? See, because a lot of people don't even know what culture is. You see what I'm saying? That's why they always just talk about the bad part. You only want to talk about the bad part of the culture that few of us even indulge in. Got less than 1% of us indulging in criminal activity, and that's the whack. That's the degenerate part of the side. So again, 99% of us ain't. But yeah, stop trying to turn what they got going on into degeneracy. And these kids is graduating high school, about to go to college, get some degrees. You know what I'm saying? Live their life, man. Don't try to turn us into everything's get turned into that. But yo, back to Hakeem Jeffries. Yo, what's up with these dudes in this undercover gayness stuff? Why can't y'all just come out and just say y'all gay? Why everybody gotta hide the gay stuff? Just say you gay, fam. What's wrong with being gay? Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, bro. If you gay, you gay. Y'all be trying to hide everything, dog. You over here got people dressed up as Fidel Castro. Yo, it said this dude wanted Hispanic male performers costumed as flamboyant versions of Fidel Castro, complete with glitter-covered fatigues and choreographed scars. Yo, what the hell? Yo, y'all be into some other stuff, bro. I'm telling you, and this is definitely that Hollywood, ritual stuff, bro. Y'all listen, man. Y'all get dirt on people and then y'all just start moving. That's how you get connections, though. You got to be down with all this old craziness to really get in them doors. Not always though, because some people do work hard to get where they at, and they don't ever cross the line. But yeah, to reach that elite level, you know what I'm saying, man. Most people doing some craziness, bro. Again, that's kind of what's going on with Cassie. You know what I'm saying? Yo, she was not that talented at all. Let's be for real. She wasn't that talented. And Puffy was the reason you was on the charts and all of that stuff and making videos or whatever. You know what I mean? He put you in that position. Again, I ain't saying he wasn't abusing his power, but you definitely was a willing participant. Yo, because watch this, family. Hold on. I gotta show you this now. She was definitely a willing participant. Hold on. Because it just says you was down, you was calling for the free calls. What's that about? Here we go. Cassie told Diddy, I'm always ready to freak off. In the text messages shown in court, prosecutors are alleging she was forced to attend the freak offs. Diddy's lawyers disagree. No, wasn't nobody forcing you. So that means I'm always ready, nigga. Yeah, that's crazy. You gonna say you got forced? Nah. And that's funny because I'm not saying you're not a victim. You're a victim of being, abused and punched on, but like that freak off stuff, you was down with all that. You was down with all that. And for real, the day that he bopped her upside the head in the hotel, that probably wasn't even no freak off stuff. That was just them two. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button too. Well, yeah. This trial is crazy, bro. Cause I just feel like this is all a smoke screen. I done seen people go to trial, bro. They don't start off like with some stuff that got nothing to do with it. They get straight to business. Y'all can be talking about, oh, they got the RICO stuff coming down the line. You can say all that. It don't really go like that. Not in regular court. Nope. They get straight to business. Yo, where that witness at that said he shot him? Hold on. Bring the snitch in here. He's the first person to get on the stand. You crazy as hell. This is a smear campaign. You're trying to make him look bad. Again, he does look bad. Nigga look crazy. You look crazy as hell, because especially all the stuff he was doing. They were saying he was liking the dude to smear. Oh man, smear come on him. Like, bro, what's going on? You into other stuff. But whatever, man, that's you. Whatever you do in the bedroom, you do. But to turn around and turn this into some because I don't know what the whole freak off shit is for. Like, you're bringing that up for what? Just to show that like he's a freaky person? This has nothing to do with sex trafficking. And I feel like and they know they have a weak case. That's why they have to start off trying to get in the jury's head to make him look like a bad person. So when this shit start getting shaky down the line, you can go back to remember with Cassie. Remember with Cassie, he beat her up though. I know this Rico looking weak, but I know it's not looking like organized crime, right? It's not looking like organized crime, but I'm telling you, remember, he kicked her in the hotel. You see? Yo, I do this court stuff, bro. This is not how a trial gonna go. Nah. They getting straight to business. Look at that OJ shit. Them niggas was they was trying to come for his neck. They don't really got no case, man. They know it, and the prosecution know it. They might listen, but see what it is. This is like the thing with Diddy. See, to truly expose this man, you got to expose a lot of other people. And I think, watch this, when it comes down to it, anybody telling on them, yo, I think they got every bit of evidence to contradict anybody saying they was forced to do anything. I think they do. Yeah. Trying to tell you, bro, they trying to tear this man all the way out the frame, bro. You just got this girl up on their line, and then that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, that's crazy. This is crazy, bro. This is definitely something I'm white, and I say so. Yeah, man, should you go to jail? Yeah, but I don't feel like you should be going to jail for a RICO, and that's how they trying to do it. Watch this. I'm in a civil RICO, and I heard somebody bring this up on Tariq's page, and she was absolutely 100% correct. Watch this. She said she feel like they trying to dunk on him and trying to get him with the RICO, right? Criminally, boom. So then you can sue for him civilly, because when you sue for RICO charges civilly, that's 3 times the damage. Yes, that's how we filed our lawsuit that I got in federal court right now on a RICO case, sexual abuse. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that will get you 3 times the amount. And once he gets convicted of a RICO, then you're going to start seeing a bunch of people sue him for RICO. And then they're going to say, hey, I want 100 million, 3 times the amount. I want 50 million, 3 times the amount. And woo, them judges going to get that. Listen, man, that's their whole thing. I wish I could talk about some of my situation. Yo, when I mean, yo, these people love to see us broke. That's all I can really say. Lawyers included. They love to see a nigga with nothing. Well, I done seen it, man. Watch this. I done talked to lawyers. Like, I had a black lawyer. Again, shout out to my peoples who hooked me up with them. Shout out to Marcel. He started it. And again, you know what I mean? But he wasn't on the docket. So we was looking like we was pro se, but he was definitely doing all the stuff in the background. So He filed it and he wrote it up. So when we was trying to get another lawyer to look at it to take it over, we got somebody, right? We wanted, but I didn't take this dude, and I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, when I called this dude, I almost should say your name, man, because you was yo, I called this dude and I'm talking, he like, yeah, because did you write this up? He's like, this look like a jailhouse lawsuit. Like a jailhouse lawyer wrote it. Yo, he kept saying that. And he know damn well that ain't no fucking jailhouse lawyer wrote that shit. Bro, the person who wrote that shit up was under Johnny Cochran for a fact, and he can prove it. He was like right under this nigga, and he can prove it, yo. You ain't about to sit here and tell me that shit was some jailhouse. You don't even know this dude, but you know he black though. You do know he black. See? And that's why I say, bro, these people these people are racist, bro. And they don't care how sophisticated and how much money you got, because that dude definitely worth multi-millions. He multi-millionaire. Yes, he a lawyer that been doing this shit for years. Get out of here, dog. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you, these people love to, and they'll finesse you. They'll finesse you. So I Puffy had to switch lawyers. I'm trying to tell you, he probably seen the sabotage coming with him. Oh, y'all, we can't do that, because they get the lying nigga just to get that bag. The only good part about the civil side is when you get a lawyer to take it 9 times out of 10, really 10 out of 10, you're not giving them no money. You're not giving them no money to take your case compared to a defense attorney. See, I can call another lawyer tomorrow and be like, yo, I got this case. I want you to jump in and take over. And he'll do it without me giving them no money. I just talked them into it because I'm showing them all my stuff and everything I got to show that nigga, this shit is for real. And all of them be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I could sub in for him. Yeah, you can. They'll cut a nigga throat quick. Yeah, nigga, I done seen it, bro. This is a grimy game. That's why you gotta go get Judicial Warfare. Go get that book on Amazon. It dropped May 19th. Please, family, make sure y'all go get this. Hey, we gotta watch out, man. This is a crooked judicial system, man. Seriously. Make sure y'all go get that book, Judicial Warfare. I'm telling you, man. They out to get people. You can't just scrape up something called the Mann Act and you know what I mean? How you scraping up something called the Mann Act? That's absolutely a racist law. Literally, if Google the Mann Act right now, it's gonna say White Slave Act, man. Y'all, that's crazy that you can still even charge somebody with something that even says that in the definition. Man, we crazy letting that shit slide, man. That's why I say these Democrats are full of crap. Where are you at trying to abolish laws like this? You don't abolish no racist laws. Y'all Democrats be full of crap, bro. Y'all, all of y'all the same, bro. White supremacy is white supremacy is white supremacy. You feel me? Y'all just hide it and mask it, man. That's what I say, dog. That's what I would be telling my peoples, because, I'm in this situation with a couple people, and I'm like, yo, you don't move right, bro. If you're not reading everything, that's why they be knowing. They be like, yo, you got us far, fam. Because I don't let nobody tell me shit, nigga. You better show me that. Because what I'm reading, and I read because I read everything 3 times in this little law shit. Yeah, nigga. I read that thing 3 times. I ain't see that. Where you see that at? Show me. Okay, yeah, nigga. I ain't going nah, bro. That don't say that. No, sir. Nope. You could try to finesse with all those big words and twist shit around all you want. I'm not believing you until you show me that shit in black and white, because the law is in black and white. Yeah, nigga. Not what you saying. Not what you saying, boy, because these niggas some slick talkers. I'm telling you, bro. They some slick talkers. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, bro, like I say, it's white supremacy because they won't want you to get the type of money that you can get. You feel what I'm saying? They'll try to cap you so you don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I said, I'm gonna be easy. I'm gonna be easy. I'm trying to tell you, man. This documentary that I'm gonna do after this shit is over, shit gonna blow your mind. Cause I got emails and everything, nigga, to prove every fucking thing I'm saying about people lying, finessing, and I'm talking about these lawyers, nigga. I got you, nigga. Soon as I said, yo, bro, you talk that, oh, I'm filing an ethics issue on you, nigga. Watch a nigga move. Yo, I'm telling you, man, listen. Peace, love, and reparations, family. Get that judicial warfare. And I promise you, if you know anybody that's in any type of legal situation, have them read that, man, because you got to understand the field, man. You got to understand the battlefield. And that's where they get you when you're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? When you don't understand the battlefield, fam. You have to. You have to. Because I'm trying to tell you, they'll come in here and try to smear you. Watch this, family. My case was in the newspaper. Now, again, it's actually in my favor because they put in the newspaper that these people did stuff to us, and they put it in the paper. It was all over all the papers in New Jersey, right? Because it's a big case, right? Yo, some of that shit in there wasn't accurate, and it was making them. I'm saying they still pieces of shit, whatever. But yo, some of that shit wasn't accurate at all. Because they just be fucking saying anything. They'll say any goddamn thing, bro. These newspapers, all their whole thing is to make you look crazy. Make you look crazy. And again, it was stuff in there that they were saying about me that wasn't even true. Like, I'm like, bro, where did they get that from? You feel me? Again, the whole narrative of the paper was to make the people who did what they did to us look bad, but still, everything in there wasn't accurate. And again, it was to sensationalize the situation. Like that, you gotta understand white supremacy. Have to understand that shit, bro. If you don't understand that, you're gonna be so lost. So lost, and you ain't gonna know how to fight them. And you always gonna have that little defeatist mentality. It's just so hard. All that old everybody listen, man. If you don't have a defeatist mentality with these people, bro, you have to fight these people to get what you want. Yeah, you got to put up a fight. Other than that, they listen. You're gonna fold, bro. Peace, love, and reparations. Please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Go to Amazon.com and put in judicial warfare and the premium trap, family. Please go grab that and support me. I appreciate y'all. I put in some hard work writing them books. I swear to God, bro. And I went deep in that with judicial warfare, dog. I promise you. I went super deep. I read books that they on Amazon that that's kind of like mine or whatever. Bro, I'm trying to tell you this shit. Bro, I got information that you ain't never heard, bro. I know you haven't. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a little tip, man. You ain't heard about them doing bells using algorithms. Nope. You ain't heard them doing bells using algorithms. You ain't heard that. Hold on, I'll break all of it down, and I got the sources to back it up. Peace, love, and reparations. We up out of here, family. I wish y'all the best, and make sure y'all subscribe if you're not subscribed.
It's not a nicety. It's not something nice to have for black folk. It is now an absolute necessity. If you do not get reparations soon, black folk, as I told you, are through. Reparation is not a nicety, it's a necessity. What are the conditions? What are the conditions that precipitated black folk getting into this dilemma? And what black labor, white wealth did, it tracked 800 years of history in very systematic terms to show you every strategy, every technique, every law, every public custom, and every public policy that was used to enslave black folk around the world and to maldistribute almost 100% of all this nation's wealth, power, resources, resources, privileges, businesses, and controls of all levels of government into the hands of the dominant white society. And what slavery and Jim Crow segregation did with black folk, it intentionally maldistributed all the resources away from black folk and created a real-life monopoly game. Black folk in America are playing in a real-life monopoly game that you're totally ill-prepared to play and win.